The policy has since its inception received varied views among players within the port industry when government in 2019 announced the decision to reduce the benchmark values of some general goods by 50% and 30% on cars. The idea was to increase volumes of traffic at the port and ultimately increase government revenue. According to the Akufo-Addo-led government, there was a need to make the country's port competitive in the sub-region. At the time, the Tema port was ranked 10th in terms of container volumes in the sub-region as captured by Africa Container Shipping.
Port revenue depends on volume. Port revenue depends on volume. So if you don't have the trade facilitation, you will not have the volume. And if you don't have the volume, you will not have the revenue. And this is what the thinking that is informing these decisions. So we are looking at increasing revenue. But to do so, we cannot be uncompetitive between Ghana and our next door neighbors. That is just shooting ourselves in the foot. So, to reduce the incidence of smuggling and enhance revenue, the benchmark delivery values of imports will be reduced by 50%.
While importers and exporters, freight forwarders, as well as the Ghana Union of Traders Association, praised government for how the decision reduced the cost of doing business. Groups such as the AGI were concerned about the impact on the competitiveness of their products. But government nonetheless went ahead with its implementation, while the AGI from time to time raised concerns on the impact of the policy on their businesses. The agitations continued despite government's resolve in implementing the policy. The GRA in 2020 had to come out with a statement clarifying that the implementation of the policy was still in force. Efforts for the reversal of the reduction were renewed in 2021, months to the 2022 budget reading. The Association of Ghana Industries had highlighted the need for government to act to save crippling local industries. But importers and exporters, Ghana Union of Traders Association, and freight forwarders will have none of that, as they believed local industries did not have the capacity to produce substitute goods. Few days to the budget hearing, the Ghana Revenue Authority gave a hint of which of the groups were winning the hearts of government. In an internal memo that went viral, the Ghana Revenue Authority asked government to reverse the reduction of benchmark values. Giving meaning to this letter, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta announced the reversal. January 4 was then set for the implementation of the policy. Guta hinted of a 50% increment in cost of goods and services if the policy is implemented.
This is not the time for the government to think of reversing this benchmark value, which have been the last straw of hope for businesses. But if it should be that government is listening to just one side, maybe AGI, for government to rush into this is going to create even a serious problem for government itself.
This, however, did not deter government. On January 4, however, business was a standstill at the ports as freight forwarders who had made their declarations and accepted their duties could not proceed to make payments. They feared government wanted to retrospectively apply the reversal.
Those who are having their duties already, additional duties are coming to add up for us to pay. There's nothing we can do about it.
Maybe you won't get additional duties, or that's what you suspect?
We are going to get, definitely. That is what we know. Yes.
How much duties are you paying?
This one I'm supposed to pay 21,100. So it means I'm going to pay 42,000.
This led to a temporary postponement of the date to January 6 and later to January 17 for stakeholder engagements. The presidency subsequently suspended it and gave the GRA a January 17 deadline to consult on the matter. But in what form and shape should the engagements be?
The 17th in itself is problematic because the 17th date came after we had met the Honorable Minister of Finance. And then GRA came out with that date. That was on Friday. Then over the weekend, the president himself came out and said, look, suspend this. So we are not looking at the 17th date because as we speak, consultations has actually not even started. In terms of mode, this is government policy, and we are looking at government to be able to set the table.